What a okay, I'll be like, hey, it's your girl Queen Lele. And I'm back with another video. So today we have Evelyn.
Hey y'all.
We got juicy crab.
Exactly.
This is like so sentimental for me because the last time I had juicy crab was in Atlanta, and I just so happened to be driving by the Walmart area in my neighborhood and I found it. So here we are. Literally.
So I got shrimp. Oh, it's leaking. I got shrimp, and I got a half-pound shrimp and a cluster and a corn and a potato. My bad looking a little skimp juicy crab. I'm just saying.
So I got a cluster, got some corn, and I have some shrimp because we had to share.
Just going ahead. So I've never even had juicy crab. I'm a food connoisseur, y'all, but I've never even had juicy crab. And starting off, where's the seasoning? Look at my crab.
Oh no!
Like there's no. Yo, this crab is literally.
You know what? I forgot to ask them. You sometimes have to say extra. Not sometimes. You have to say extra seasoning.
Oh, okay.
It's only $1, but you know, I didn't think about that. I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't have known, y'all.
I was just trying to make sure like they had enough food because I didn't want them coming up here in my bed.
Coronavirus. Nah. So it's a brand new juicy crab just opened up, y'all, and I'm just like they opened during coronavirus. That's crazy. Let's see how we go here.
I'm so excited. Oh damn, I'm a mess already.
Okay, a little shrimpy shrimp. I'm a heads on the shrimp kind of person, y'all. No, the seasoning just sit better. But I know a lot of people don't feel like cleaning, like taking the head off the shrimp or whatever. So I get it. Oh, this. I got all of the season. I got the. What is it called?
The juicy special.
Juicy special with medium mild.
Damn, this is so good. I'm gonna have to crack it with my teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Don't judge me, y'all.
So their seasoning is just all at the bottom of the bag. Okay. Interesting. So, since it's coronavirus time, what have you been doing to keep from being bored during coronavirus?
Honestly, I'm a homebody, so like this for me is great. I'm so happy. I feel like everyone, because it's not even like just home. A lot of my neighbors are like outside. You see the kids in the street more. I know that's not what we're supposed to be doing, but it just feels good. Like it reminds me of the 90s, like growing up. That's all you saw. Like people really weren't in their cars like that.
Nah, we was outside.
So that for me, that makes me happy.
Nah, I definitely agree. However, I'm not one of those people that like to be in the house, y'all. Like, I like to be in the house when I want to be in the house, and when I want to go outside, I want to go outside. And the part that's struggling is the part that wants to go outside. So for me, it's like, okay, you wake up, you know, do a little TV, do a little self-care. Right now, I want to go outside.
Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty content with just like staying home. That's what I did when, like, before we were on quarantine. I was always home. Like, if you call me where I'm at, home.
Hey, what you doing? Where you at?
And if I'm not here, I'm at my grandmother's home. Like, that's what I do. Take care of the house, cook, clean. That's just what I do. What have you been doing?
Struggling. This morning I went and walked Prince, y'all. I co-parent a Shiba Inu, so I went and took him for a walk. And then I didn't even watch TV this morning because I watched so much TV in the past 2 days. I think I've watched like too much. Like I've watched it all. What did I watch yesterday? Any good movies? I watched Escape from Pretoria. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's the guy, Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Damn. Just when you think, is there a chance I haven't seen something?
Did you see the trailer? You actually watched it?
I actually watched it.
Did you like it?
I did actually.
Like, so y'all didn't know, it's based off like a real situation. So it's like set in South Africa during apartheid. And Daniel Radcliffe, or for y'all who don't know, freaking Harry Potter, he's a star. And it tells a story about this guy. His name is like Tim something. I don't know his name, y'all. Forgive me. I just saw it one time. Didn't even know this story until the movie came out. What the? I can clip it out. What's up?
Where is my food? Because Ray wants to know if there's extras. So I need to know where my food is.
No, it's no extras, and your food is...
Ain't no extra.
And we're back.
Literally. Oh, that corn good.
So good.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all this. When it comes to corn, I really don't like tasteless corn, but I do not like corn that don't have no taste to it.
I feel like that's so not right.
Like the not sweet corn, I don't like it. So when people put corn in their boil and it tastes like plastic or like rubber or whatever, I'd be not a fan.
I have not experienced that, and
Oh,
I
you
don't want
to.
to.
I'm telling you now, you don't want to. All right. And the whole flow, y'all. We talking about movies and whatnot. Before we were really interrupted. This is the hard part about gloves, y'all. Like, do y'all see this?
I just went ahead and took them things off. Because I cannot.
And that's just what's going to happen. So, yeah. Anyways, the movie's a good movie. The movie is a good movie.
Bless you.
But, yeah, it's a good movie. It's just... I wasn't expecting to see what I saw, if that makes sense. Like, the trailers make it seem very thrillerish. Like, ooh, it's a scary kind of like a thriller a little bit. Not horror, but thriller. Nothing about that movie is scary besides the racism. That's the scary part. The racism, but can't really do nothing about that.
For me, I was just scared for him. Like, I was always nervous. Like, oh my God, they gonna get caught. They gonna get caught. They gonna get caught.
Y'all have to see that movie. It's like, did you think it was slow to start? Because in my opinion, it was a little bit slow to start.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, okay, we see, like, it didn't give you a really good depiction of what was getting ready to start. Like, when they set it up, it wasn't really a good one.
I feel like in the beginning, it was really hard for me to, like, stay focused. But
It
that happens a
was.
lot. I just
was.
can't watch TV. Sometimes I'll be like, oh.
No. And I'm a movie watcher, and that movie was hard for me to watch it. And I'm a movie person. Ooh, you want to know what other movie we could talk about? Did you see Mr. Invisible Man?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, have y'all seen
it all.
Mr. Invisible Man?
That?
What you think about that movie? Because it was good to me. But it's
I
gonna
was
get
kind of
real mixed
frustrated.
reviews.
But it definitely was a good movie.
That lady, y'all. So if y'all don't know the star, that lady, she has been popping up everywhere. What is her name? Hey Siri, can you pull up the cast of Mr. Invisible Man?
Okay, I found this on the web.
That'd be good. So her name is Elizabeth. Let me see. Oh, okay, that's included. Yes. Elizabeth Moss. Now, Elizabeth Moss has been like everywhere. Like, she's in
Everything.
Us. If you haven't seen Us, she plays the mom of the friends in Us. She's in, what is that show? Is it Handmaid's Tale? Or she's in Handmaid's Tale. And she's in something else we watched. And we was like, ain't that the lady from What were we watching the other night?
It was
Was it
something
Us?
else, but I can't remember.
This was something else we figured out she was in, and I was just like, wow, she's very talented. I do not like when this happens. Like, I like for this part to stay attached to the big body, and the leg just comes separately, I guess. I don't know. But, no, Mr. Invisible Man, do you think they could have had a better ending?
Yeah.
You get the satisfaction that you need from the ending? Because that's, everybody's like been complaining like, ooh, the ending wasn't what I wanted it to be.
There was a lot of times that I was unhappy, but you know. But definitely, it was a good movie overall. Like, it leaves you like, wow, that's crazy.
So when the movie first started, did you think she was crazy, or did you think it was a real invisible person?
Because of the name of the movie, it kind of gave it away. I was like, there's definitely an invisible person in this movie.
Did you think it was a ghost, or did you think it was a suit?
At one point, I did think, I was like, that's a ghost. That's a dead person.
Yeah. Nah, the part that get me, y'all, and this is going to be a spoiler, but it's when she finds out for real that it's a man. She come out the attic and drop that paint. And, y'all, the paint
Had me jump. I was
jump
like, oh my God.
like out my skin. I have not jumped that hard in a long time off of a movie. And it was just, I was like, oh my gosh. They really took it.
They gonna talk about me so bad.
Why?
Because I'm literally like cracking it. It's fine. You know, the thing about seafood for me, I've had a lot of other seafood that like they don't season it well.
Do you think this is season well?
Well,
Ooh, is we gonna pull or is we not?
you gotta dip it in the sauce.
Yeah.
So, you know, that sauce is like what saves it. I usually have somebody else order this for me. But I do remember them always saying extra seasoning.
Got it. Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm out here like, I need that meat.
What other movies is out? Like, since we're at home quarantining.
I started watching like random shows too, because there's so much time to kill. The Walking Dead, I actually started catching up on that. I'm real upset.
What season are you on?
9.
Oh, wait.
It's like, where is Rick? What's happening?
Is he not like a... My nose. This is...
I think from what the rumors that I heard was he didn't want to do the show anymore.
Yeah. You have to realize, as an actor, for someone who's been doing it for so long, they're getting good money. So it's like you don't want to say no, but at the same time, you want to do other things. And the filming for Walking Dead is so much and so long. It's a lot.
Because the storyline is just like never ending.
And they just need to end it now. Like, y'all didn't, we already have a spinoff. So, and I don't even think the spinoff did that good. What is it called? Do you know the name of it?
There's, I think there's more than one. For me, my thing is this. Maybe they shouldn't have done a spinoff. They should have did like a continuum and went in a different direction. They still go on with the civilizations and the different people.
It's like, how long are the zombies gonna be zombies? At what point are y'all gonna find a cure? At what point can y'all go somewhere else? Like,
because there was one season when they had first found Eugene, supposedly, he was gonna have a cure, and they just steered away from it completely. So I don't know how I'm feeling about them.
and they've already done like a time lapse, so there's not much more you can do with that, because they've already jumped like in one season. I think that was beginning of season 7 or 8. They jumped 5 years, because what's his daughter's name? What's Rick's daughter's name?
Judith.
Judith went from being like a baby, and then the next season she was like 8, getting ready to shoot some randoms, and I'm just like, oh wow, that's Judith.
Then after that, they done. You know what? These are some spoilers. I don't know.
Go ahead, drop them. If they here watching this, then I guess they're just gonna have to watch the spoilers.
Michonne and what's his name done had a baby.
Who?
And Rick.
How?
Oh shit. What's his name? His name is RJ, like Rick Jr.
Oh wow. So you
Wait, so what season are you on?
Girl, not that one.
Girl, I seen that little boy. I was like, wait a minute, another time lapse?
They're a big fan of doing time lapses, and I'm just like, y'all,
I am not.
Not.
I need to know what happened in between.
We need to know because Rick was gone.
And the way that happened just made me so angry. My mom's theory
This is like
is
my
that...
least favorite part of the crab.
Really?
Yeah, I did not care for it.
My mom's theory is that they left it open for him to come back.
I guess. You said where you at.
I feel like he shouldn't do us like that. Like, he should just be like, all right, had a break. Here I am.
Girl, this thing is not popping. It does not want to pop. This is so depressing. All right. On another note, have you listened to Janae album?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
Mm,
Oh.
I don't know. Okay, so I love music, all kinds of music.
Which I know you do. We both be listening to jazz, you know, Christmas music, a little, you know, Frank Sinatra, while everybody else be like, why you listening to that?
It's just certain things I vibe with, certain things I don't, and it's one song that I vibe with, and that's Pussy Fairy. Everything else, I'm like,
really? So for me, I could tell, I won't say what she tried to do with the album, because whatever. But for me, she tried to make, the album, it don't have one whole vibe to me. Like, it goes from, like, sexual content to, like, meditation type stuff to, like, I was just like, oh, Janae was really feeling, like, all aspects. Like, she gave you, like, a whole aspect of everything in one video, I guess. I don't know. So I guess I'm just not eating that today. So we're just going to throw that to the side.
she's definitely talented. This is not me, like, coming for her.
Yeah.
I personally, I like her.
What's your favorite Janae album? Or EP?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I don't listen to a lot of her. I'm like,
My favorite, and this is so horrible, my favorite album is not even on her own album. It's 28, her and Big Sean album. And that album, if you never listened to it, have you ever heard it? 28?
I'm telling you, I don't even listen to Big Sean like that.
Okay. That is like the best, one of the best creations musically they put out, like, it combined. Like, it is such a good album. Think about, it's a whole album of On the Way. That it's a whole album of, that's the whole vibe of the album. Like, it's like very, a little bit of S&M, a little bit of just like make love. Like, it's a whole album of that.
Oh wow, this is crazy. This is such a mess. I just accepted it.
Crabs just ain't clean. I'm so sad I can't eat the product.
It came out for me, y'all. I'm so happy.
Wait, so who is your favorite artist? Like, who is somebody that you can listen to every day?
I'm so weird, and I don't even think I should say that on camera.
Girl, let them know.
Some of my favorite people though, like, are old school. I legit listen to Lauryn Hill every day.
Okay. Same.
Still.
I don't listen to her every day, but she is definitely like one of my top favorite artists.
Lenny Kravitz.
Okay.
I don't really have a favorite because I listen to like pretty much just anybody who stays true to like music. I'm a fan of.
Which is not a lot of people today.
Right. So
Which
it's
is why.
like all old stuff.
Yeah.
Which means I struggle with new music. That's why I'm like.
So I will say, like, if you go to my YouTube, like, and play my mix, it's gonna be like the Isley Brothers, Lauryn Hill, probably like some cameos, some like I love like songs from the time period. Like, what's this? I Wanna Be Your Man. Like that. There's a whole lot of that in there. A whole lot of Isley Brothers. Like, that's like my group.
I still listen to a lot of excuse me, y'all. A lot of Jodeci.
Yes. A whole lot of 90s R&B. That's what's on my phone.
I think I'm like stuck in that time period. That's all I listen to.
I'm stuck between 90s, all of the 90s, and then the early 2000s. Like, Ja Rule, Ashanti, like, everything Murder Inc. is on my YouTube or on my Spotify. It's on my Apple Music because Apple Music didn't get that money this month. They didn't get the money this month.
Girl, they still waiting on my money. You know that Ray had never heard like Jodeci, none of that. Boys to Men. Oops, excuse me.
Not boys. How you don't know who Boys to Men are?
I really had to put him on.
Jodeci. Cisco.
None of that. He ain't know nothing.
That thong song. And it's like some people will know certain things. Like, I feel like if you're a human, everybody should know the thong song. But they don't know that it's Cisco. And they don't know what group Cisco was in.
Well, maybe he knew some things. Give him some credit. But he didn't know, like, I don't know, like the big names. So it was kind of surprising. I was like, what?
Like, if you hear the beat, like, dun 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 dun, like, you should be getting ready to sing that song. And I feel like if you don't, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh my God, us doing karaoke.
Literally. Yo, we did karaoke one time.
That was so funny.
It was so fun. It was so much fun, though. Ow.
That is one place that I wanted to go to since being quarantined.
Oh, to do karaoke?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, we're gonna have to do karaoke in the front, in the living room.
I did actually the other day. If you go on my YouTube search, on that TV, I was doing karaoke.
Oh my God.
Because there was nobody home.
Oh, I would have been singing the house down. Like, one of my favorite songs to sing is Lauryn Hill, Tell Him.
Stop it. Because that's literally what I was doing. I love that song. A lot of people don't know, like, that's a song to God.
Yep.
So I play that song and I get real emotional because I'm just like, whew. He just has to know. I gotta tell him.
This corn is hitting.
I'm low-key mad that I left the extras to them.
Yeah.
Dang, so close.
Wait, it almost pulled out straight?
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking up that every single one has pulled out straight.
This old man told me, I worked at Red Lobster, y'all, for like a day.
Oh, God.
And,
you did?
Uh-huh. If the crab doesn't crack right away and come out in one piece, like they say that it's like not fresh.
I have heard that before. If it's like not cracking, not pulling out, that your crab is sitting there.
But that's okay with me. I'm gonna eat it anyway.
It's the same thing with like when you go to like sushi places. Like I've had people that tell me like not to get sushi or seafood on Sundays because that's the only day that the seafood markets usually aren't open. So if they claim that they're like a fresh catch of the day, and you going on a Sunday, then how fresh was it? Because the seafood market closed on Sundays. I'm like, oh, okay. How many shrimp I got left? Chili.
Girl, I found a whole bunch. I'm like, wow.
Well, I know they just hitting all in the crevices. All in them. Ooh. This is like it right here, y'all. You gotta get them. They're spicy, but not too spicy, and I'm a fan. It's just, thank goodness for this bib because I actually have stuff on me, and I'm like, I was considering not wearing my bib, y'all. How foolish was I? Foolish like Ashanti, foolish like Tiny and T.I.
Oh damn! It don't get no more foolish than that.
Nah, let me leave them folks alone because I don't know their situation. But
Honestly,
there's some foolish people out here.
I'm gonna be real with you. They're some of they're probably like my favorite TV family.
They are, and so that's why I'm like, I can't talk too much like crap about them because one, I don't know what they have going on. Two, I tend not to judge people's lives that is above my pay grade. And what I mean is, if you're making that much more money than me, why am I concerned about your life?
You're doing something right.
Literally. Like, I need to be worrying how to make as much money as them. Not trying to figure out who slept with who.
And that's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
These love hip hop. And I ain't gonna lie, because I'm definitely a fan. I'll be sitting there like, what? What is happening?
I'm like, wow, we waste time watching TV. Now, granted, it's entertaining. I ain't gonna flex. You get yourself caught up in it. But it's like, you could be trying to figure out how to make money.
For
but
real.
instead, you come home. But nah, they're legit like one of my favorite TV families. I don't know. They're just very Southern and real country. And I'm all for it. They are so Atlanta. Like, they scream like T.I. is the epitome of Atlanta. And so is Tiny. And I think that's what I love the most about them is that they're...
Because of T.I., I moved to Atlanta. Like, my mom was so obsessed with the movie ATL.
Oh my gosh.
She literally... I mean, there was other things going on.
Mm-hmm.
But she was very inspired by that movie to move to Atlanta. She still lives in Atlanta. And actually Atlanta, like, with the right zip code. Nah, man, because they be saying, like, this is my theory. So I was born and raised in New York, but Atlanta adopted me, for real. So I feel like they'll live on the outskirts and be like, yeah, I'm from Atlanta. No, you're not. You're from Bankhead. You're from Decatur. You're from Marietta. You're from Gwinnett. You're not from Atlanta. It's very different. Like, Atlanta is actually like this big on the map.
Got it. Nah, see, I wouldn't have known. I have like one family member that lives there. I mean, I can't even say a certain state raised me and a certain state didn't, because the state that I was born in, I lived the least amount in. Like, I was born in California. And like most people who be born in California would rep California to the end of them. I got much love for California. I lived there for 4 years though.
Got it.
And then when I lived there, 2 years was in San Diego, and the other 2 years was in Oakland. So, y'all, I'm on my last prayer. Excuse me, my last prayer led.
It's crazy because I got to the point where, like, I'm always be like a New York girl at heart, but the South has taught me so much that you would never know.
Yep.
Like, if you met me and I never said that I was born in New York, you would not have known. You would not have known.
I would have thought she was from Atlanta, y'all. It's just a way that people from Atlanta carry themselves. Like, people from the South carry themselves a certain way. I would know that because, of course, I'm from the South, but it's like a certain swag, a certain language. And you could say the same thing about New York, too.
Definitely, yeah.
It's just different.
You know what it was, too? Like, growing up, there wasn't that many people in my school like me. Like, I was part of a handful of people that were from New York. Yeah. And, like, I came straight from New York with my little accent. And they was just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it definitely worked in my favor, you know, from, like, boys. But after a while being around them so much, I picked up the lingo, and it's like, I can't really get rid of it.
Yeah. It's something about the lingo from the South, like the words from the South, that once you get them, they just stick.
And I feel like that's for everybody.
Like, that's why I think it's so funny. Like, when people post on the Shade Room and it's like a video of, like, Plies. And he'll talk, and people be in the comments like, did y'all understand what he said? And I'll be like, yeah.
How did you not?
How did you not? Or it'll be people from Atlanta, and they'll get on like a video and Shade Room will repost it, and then people in the comments like, can somebody translate this? Like, can't understand, etc. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Don't be crazy. Don't act ignorant. It's not that they're not speaking correct English. It's just that one, they're probably speaking in Ebonics, or it's just the way the South talk.
It's not very different from how, like, it's just dialect. Like, people just talk different.
No matter where you live.
I remember when I was first introduced to it, I was, like, so amazed. I thought it was, like, the culture is so beautiful. Like, I love the South. And I'm from up north. Don't get me wrong. As soon as I go home, it's something else different. Yeah, like, I'll be like, yo, what up, B? Like, it's so different. But I love the South. Like, I could never live in New York ever again.
I would never.
I just
Not a fan of the weather.
The weather, the fucking everything, transportation, down to like the way of life in LA, like it's so different. People don't understand. Like, you know how like if you gotta go to the store, you hop in your car, you go to the store.
Yeah.
You gotta go food shopping in New York. Get you a cart. And this is just for like regular middle class to poor families, because everybody's like, oh, you know, there's all these apps. Yeah, well, like not everyone can afford that.
Yeah.
So you have to like literally get you a cart so that you could put all your groceries in that cart. And if you can't get a cart, you gotta carry all them groceries back home. Don't matter where. Like, and for me, the grocery store was not like close.
Because I'm like, I've been to New York a few times. I promise you, I never saw a Walmart. And I know they don't have Publix there because Publix is just the South thing.
They have Target, but like,
What do you get from Target?
I
mean, I forget there's like super Targets now.
and it is a super Target over there. So like, you could, you know, do all of that.
Okay.
But it's hard. Part of the reason why my mom was like, I am fed up. We had like family that had moved to the South, and they were telling her like, yeah, girl, life is great, and this is so different. And she was like, what? Like, I remember
Also, living is better in the South too.
I don't know how much it is now, but like Metro cards to get on the freaking bus, I don't even know how much they are now, but back then it was like $3 something for like, I don't even know how many months, because my mom had to do a lot of moving back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
That's insane.
And it's not even your own transportation. Like, you gotta wait for the Mr. Bus driver to show up.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to show up on time.
Oh, no. But I can't live somewhere where I'm dependent on other people to be on time.
Yep.
Like, how is that even right?
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. What all I got?
I like being able to go in my car and go. And people come to the South and say everything's like moves slow and everything is so far. I'm good with that. Everything can be so far and everything can move, so I'm fine.
It was such a breath of fresh air when we moved. We actually, before we went to Atlanta, we were in Virginia for a little bit, but then we went back to New York.
Oh, wow.
Virginia was such a breath of fresh air for me, because I was like, man, I was even happy about the kids out there. They go to school year round. I was happy about that, because I was like, oh my gosh, like, the city is actually scary too sometimes as a young kid, because you're like, there's so much I can get into.
What, in Virginia or New York?
In New York.
Yeah.
So like when we're out of school, it's like, dang, it was horrible.
Nah. That's insane. That's crazy. Cleaning up after seafood is freaking like annoying. Which chair is leaning back? Okay.
Yes, girl, I got these from my grandma.
Y'all, these is comfortable. These give like, you know, you go to your grandma's house and you get like in the most comfortable bed, the most comfortable chairs, the most comfortable whatevers. That's exactly what this feel like. And it's nice and clean. Thank you for the 2 towelettes. That was so good, y'all.
It's like, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely.
Now the question is, would you go back? What is this for?
Honestly,
I guess maybe for your potato or something.
I definitely would.
I would go back, but I gotta go back. Like, I'm thankful that I did. Remember, I went to Taco Bell before this and had a quesadilla. If I hadn't had the little snack that I had before, I would have been upset with that. I legit ate everything off that plate, y'all. Granted, it was only 1 cluster and a ½ pound of shrimp. I could definitely had another cluster.
Oh yeah, well I guess that's how you build it for real.
Yeah. What in the devil? Okay. Y'all, actually got this fancy water. I've never had this core hydration until today.
Shout out to Core. That's some of the best water I've ever had.
I'm a Zephyr Hills girl. And I'm not a fan of purified water, but I feel like everybody in Central Florida likes purified water. But I don't know. Okay, y'all, so here's the little thing. Central and South Florida is not considered the South. So when we say the South, Central and South Florida, you're excluded. So in the South, the tap water tastes better. So I feel like people are more likely to drink spring water there because they're used to that taste. People here where the water tastes like sewage water coming out the faucet, they want purified water. See y'all later. That's the end of this video. Adios amigos. Have a great evening. We're signing off.
Bye, y'all.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channels.
Folks on my channel, I'm so sorry.
I apologize. I am so sorry.
I'm gonna try my hardest.
Apologized a million times before. Do you remember that song?
Literally every video on my channel starts off with an apology.
You can't be consistent.
No. I'm gonna be better. I promise. I'm
gonna try to help y'all
for
out.
y'all.
I can only do but so much, y'all. I can only do with so much. But we got some videos coming, so hopefully she edited them and upload them. But until next time, y'all, peace, love, and hair grease.
Bye.
Bye.